Okay, we are reconnected again. This time around we are looking at CLVS. CLVS is up 14.78%. Rather 13.91%. The news is that shares of CLVS is up 14% in this pre-market session of the 12th of September to $1.31. Data from a late-stage trial with ovarian cancer patients showed the company's drug Rubraca as a first line of treatment. It improves survival without progression of the disease across different subgroups when compared with placebo. Drug has already been approved by the US FDA as a maintenance treatment of recurrent ovarian, fallopian tube, or primary peritoneal cancer after it has disappeared following initial therapy. Adds data on combination of Rubraca with Bristol Myers Squibb's cancer drug Devo, expected in first quarter of next year, 2023. As of last close, the stock was down 57.6% year to date. You can see the market is somewhat illiquid. Pretty much all the orders going through are going in at the price, at the quoted price. That's an indication that buyers are quite aggressive, and by doing so they keep out those who are using limit orders, who have intentions of getting in on the stock at at different prices. They're keeping them out of the market, by being aggressive, by using market orders to get involved. So that's what we're looking at concerning CLVS. 2.032 million shares across the table, and I think the short interest is about 20.83%. And on the off exchange, 56.52. So some market participants prefer to add this off exchange volume and the regular mainstream volume. So S&P futures versus fair value is up 24.3%. Sorry, is up 24.3. S&P futures up 223 points, and are trading 0.6% above fair value. Nasdaq 100 futures are up 84 points and are trading at 0.7% above fair value. The Dow Jones futures are up 113 points and are up 0.3% above fair value. Equity futures indicate a higher open driven by carryover momentum following last week's rebound effect. There's also some hesitation ahead of tomorrow's August CPI report at 8:30 a.m. Eastern US time. The White House is expected to tighten restrictions on semiconductor chip exports to China, according to Reuters. Okay, let's have a look at INM. INM in MedPharma is up 6.62%. I think there's a major news, I believe. Yes, it's going to spend $6 million to acquire another company. Okay, aggression is gradually building up, but still very much decent. You can see it looks a bit the price is going through still. So far they look decently diverse. Yes, you can also see the gain is only 5.72% and only 190,000 shares across the tape. So in as much as the volume is this small, it's an indication that even though the volume is small, but a diverse range of orders are pretty much what has gone through for INM stock. Okay, let's have a look at FFIE. Okay, Faraday Future Intelligent up 12.61%. Penny stock. You will definitely see more aggression there. You can see that. Gain of 12.61%, 3.623 million shares across the tape. Yes, quite aggressive there, and still a penny stock. Volatility is likely to be there, and also liquidity, the lack of it may also be there as well because of the aggression we're seeing from the traders so far. There's no news there concerning FFIE. Yes. EST Space Mobile up 6.88%. Only 6 point, yeah. No news. Is there any news? Yes. Okay, on Thursday, the company indicated that it was going to sell up to $150 million of common stock from time to time under an at-the-market offering program. Okay, 112.511k shares across the tape so far. It's also still presenting a much more decent range of orders going through from traders. So it's somewhat liquidity. There's still liquidity there, and doesn't look that aggressive as such. ASTS stock up 6.88%. Okay, let's have a look at RMED. RMED Systems still holding gain of 36.77%. As a matter of fact, it has actually lost about 13%. It was actually up about 50%. So at some point in this pre-market session, around 7:20 Eastern US time. So the time now is 8:24 Eastern US time, 8:24 in the morning. Okay, it's saying here, RMED said today that it has agreed to merge with Catheter Precision Inc., a privately held medical device and technology company focused in the field of cardiac electrophysiology. Under the terms of the agreement, Catheter Precision will become a wholly owned subsidiary of RMED in a stock for stock reverse merger transaction, which will result in a combined publicly traded company. The merger is structured as a stock for stock reverse merger whereby all of Catheter Precision's outstanding convertible promissory notes and equity interest are to be exchanged for shares of RMED common stock and Catheter Precision options assumed by the company. RMED Systems indicated Catheter Precision stakeholders are expected to own approximately 80% of the combined company, and pre-merger RMED equity holders are expected to own approximately 20% of the combined company on a fully diluted basis. The merger, which has been approved by the boards of directors of both companies, is expected to close before the end of 2022, subject to satisfying certain closing conditions, including the receipt of shareholder approval by both companies. So 8.197 million shares crossed the tape. Yes, we've seen a fair bit of aggression here as well. Penny stock, and you should expect that. If you just joined us, thank you very much. Okay, let's look at SPPI. Spectrum Pharma is up 17.37%. Penny stock. Okay, Spectrum Pharmaceuticals jumped at some point 19%. To trade at $1.54 in this pre-market session of the 12th of September, set for best day in almost 6 months if the gain holds among the heaviest volumes and top percentage gainers across US exchanges. US FDA on Friday approved the company's Rolvedon injection to boost white blood cells in cancer patients who receive treatments that suppress their white blood cells. Some cancer treatments reduce a patient's white blood cells as a side effect, a condition called neutropenia that can put them at risk of infections and illnesses. The company expects product to be available in the fourth quarter of this year and targets a market that totals $2 billion. Brokerage HC Wainwright estimates Rolvedon sales of $3 million in the fourth quarter of this year. In the fourth quarter of this year, and $44 million in 2023. Over the weekend, SPPI also presented positive data for its investigational drug Pozitinib at a conference. HC Wainwright estimates Pozitinib sales of $2.2 million in 2022 and $328 million in 2023. 26. Stock has gained only 2% year to date. So S&P futures dropped down to 40.79.